Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. Today we've got an exciting review. We're going to be looking at the Vortex Defender-ST. It's their new version of a micro prism. Let's get to shooting. Okay everybody, let's take a look and see what we're looking at today. We're going to be taking a look at the Defender-ST. This is their brand new version. As you recall, Vortex maybe 6 months ago, gosh, maybe a year ago, came out with their Defender. It was met with mixed reviews. A couple of problems that I for sure had with it was that it was having problems with its battery life. And so it had something like, less than 10,000 hours of battery life. They've bumped that up to 25,000 as long as you're on setting 6. Much better auto shut-off capability, which is really important. Many people, many gun owners will leave their gun in their safe, and then upon bump in the night or whatever, they need their gun for personal protection, and then they pick it up and they expect it to run. So the question is will that dot be on or off? So prior to this, I set the dot on, I installed the battery. It comes with this great case, so I installed the battery. So let's see if this thing actually did come back on. And as you can tell, the gun is empty, and there we can see the dot. So we know the auto turn back on works. But let's talk about the features on this. Pretty standard features in terms of other dots. One of the other complaints about the original Defender was that it had slow tracking, and there was a little bit of, when you're tracking the dot in the window, there was, I don't know, kind of like a ring effect when it was going across, so you'd kind of see it moving and then it would kind of just shake. I have this on my dot and I was never able to see that in one of them before. So see, I feel like this has a pretty good, seems to track with it. I'm not seeing any buffering effect. So we're moving from target to target with it. It seems to go pretty good. This is a 3 MOA dot, which I think is maybe the base standard if you're just going to have a single dot with it. My apologies, it's a pretty windy day out here. But I think that's a pretty nice size dot. For me personally, if I don't have a circle dot, I prefer something like a 5 or a 6 MOA just to make that dot a little bit bigger. But 3 MOA seems pretty good for this system. So the Vortex Defender, I would consider it is more in line with some of your budget tiers, but that has the positive of coming from a company that has a pretty solid reputation in terms of their other optics. They come with lifetime warranties. Their optics have been known to be proven very effectively for long-range shooting, for hunting, and lots of different applications of which it has a very solid reputation in the industry for. So everyone has been hoping, because there's many of the old hunting guys that are solid subscribers or patrons to the Vortex philosophy of life, and so they want to put the Vortex on their gun. Well, the problem has been their two offerings, this is Trigger Bar's opinion, the Viper and the original Defender are so-so. I have the original Defender. This is actually a friend of mine's Defender-ST that he bought for his gun. He said, hey, would you like to review it? I said, absolutely. So kudos to that friend for allowing me to review that and test it out on this system. So we're going to be shooting it today, and then over the weekend it's going to go back onto his system, or it's going to go onto his system for the first time. Let's just take a look and see what you get in the box. It does come with a very solid packaging, great protection on the optic itself. One of the things that Vortex has been known for and is known for is they come with a lot of sort of accessory screws to mount just upon any optic, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I was not able to find the right set of screws, so I had to go into Trigger Bar's bag of screws to get it to mount up to the shadow systems. But it does come with a wide variety of different screw sizes. Enough, the Shadow Systems takes the 640, and that's what I should have used it. So it does use the 509 on the Shadow System is what I should have used for that. Should have just done a little bit more research, Trigger Bar, and there you have it. One of the other things, we've got a lot of wind going on. One of the other things is that it does come with a pretty nifty tool for modifying, for installing your battery. As you can see, this is a top mounted battery. The battery compartment is that plus sign, so right in there is the battery compartment. That's okay. What it allows is for these more tactile up-down placements, up-down buttons. A little bit bigger allows you to hit them. And then also note, if for those of you that are right-handed and you'll be carrying this concealed, the down button in particular is not over here on the left side, which it typically is with your hollow sun type optics, and therefore you could accidentally bump it. Probably much less likely to get bumped on that side of it, but still could be done. That plate for the battery mount was easy enough to take off and easy enough to put on, especially when you have this fun little tool that gives you a little extension to be able to twist in there and manipulate it. So yeah, so it comes with this great tool. It comes with the cover, which is awesome for when you're cleaning your gun. You don't want other splash things. It comes with a Picatinny rail mount, which is awesome in case you want to put it on a shotgun or a PCC or something like that. Very low mount for that. And then it comes with these extra screws, and it comes with a battery for you to get going with this system. Now let's take a look using the tool from Vortex. Let's just take a look at the adjustment. Over here on the right hand side, we do have the adjustment for the left-right or windage adjustment, and I can't hear it outside, but if I move very slowly, I can feel the tactile or kind of clicks as it's moving around, which is good. I would like it maybe to have just a little bit more resistance than what I'm feeling. It could also be that I have this giant level arm on here that I'm not able to feel it as tightly. But definitely there are clicks that your fingers are able to feel, even if you aren't in gale force winds out here trying to make adjustments. This is what you'd be doing for the up-down. Actually, I can hear that. Once the wind has died down, I can hear that. Let me see if I can both move it, hold my mic right next to it. Yep, that's actually pretty good. So if you were adjusting this someplace where there is not a strong wind, you would be able to hear that and make very audible clicks. Again, it's not bad. Especially the up one feels like there's a little bit more tension than the left-right one. But I can definitely feel it and hear it. So that's pretty good about that system. One other thing is it does come with a Glock MOS adapter plate, so I think that's pretty cool that it comes with that as well. All right, so we have the target down range at about 10 yards. And we're just going to try to zero it in. I'm positive this thing may end up more zeroed, but you saw me screwing with it. So I'm sure I'm going to have to do some zeroing now. Yeah, that is way over left. So we're going to take these dials and, sorry, that is way over right. Trigger bar, get your nomenclature. Okay, well, I think we've done a fair amount for sighting in. Let's see what kind of groups we can shoot here at 10 yards. And then maybe we'll try and do some transitions. Well, I'd say minus the one that got out of the 10 ring, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way that is shooting. Still love my shadow systems, always have. Compensator on it makes it even more enjoyable and fun to shoot. But I think the Vortex, the topic of the day is the Vortex Defender-ST is pretty good. Why don't we take this out to 25 yards now and see what kind of groups we can shoot with that 3 MOA dot at 25 yards. Okay, now we're going to shoot with some Underwood 124 grain plus P at the right target. It's low and left. Right on. Ooh, we got a little failure jam in there. Huh. I'm really jacking down on this thing. I wonder if that could be causing the... I'm jacking down on the magazine. That could be causing the jam. I'm really pushing down in it, and it is a 17 round magazine, so it extends down just a little bit further. Okay, I would say at 25 yards, for me, that's not a bad little group. There definitely are some flyers. Probably that's all trigger bar jacking it up in some way or another. Could also just be the gun, that it's just not that accurate. The dot at this range is still bigger than the red dot on the center of the target. So, you know, your precision with that 3 MOA at 25 yards is you know, you're getting what you get. It's you know, significantly bigger still than that. So would you want a 6 MOA dot? No, you don't want that for precision. This is accurate enough. This is Defender. This is their, not their like long range 25, not long range, but it's not their ultra precision line. So, you know, you can be plenty precise at even longer distances. This is all I have with this. 3 MOA is fine. I would still go bigger and lose some precision at this range than I would try to go for a 1 MOA dot you're going to find someplace. I wouldn't do that because the whole point of this is concealed carry. Okay, now that we're pretty zeroed in at this range, let's come back into closer range, and we're just going to transition between two targets and see how the dot tracks. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm trying to make sure that these targets are still, I'm firing right into the backstop, so I can't have much spread. So what I decided to do is the El Presidente drill, do 1 in the first target, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and I tried to space it out as far as I can, and then I'll go back to 1 in the center and 1 on the fifth. I don't have my shot timer. Should have brought that, but you know. So let's get to shooting. Okay, not bad. See if we can clean that up a little bit. Ooh, I had a complete miss on that last target. I think I had a miss on the third target, so probably need to slow down just a little bit. Let's go again. And boom, and we're out. Okay, any kind of misses on here are trigger bars faults. I think the dot is great. I don't see any lag. I don't see any flickering. You know, just got it out of the box, installed it last night, testing now today. So I don't think there are any issues with it. But this isn't a full review. That would take a lot more hours and a lot more time on it. These things are pretty new to the market, so your mileage may vary. If you have one of these, if you're having issues, if you're not having issues, if you like them, if you have experience with other Vortex optics, or please put what your best option for a micro dot is in the comments below. I appreciate hearing about it. I've tended to be a Holosun fan, but I certainly have some Trijicon. I've got a Siley. I have a Vortex, and now I'm trying out this Vortex, and I think this one is a winner. I'm glad to see Vortex slowly upping their game. I'd like to see them double their battery life one more time to 50,000 hours. Then I think they'd be on par with some of the other contenders. But so far, that's my only drawback to it. And I hope everyone else enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great week, and let's get to shooting.